Going to take a request from the comments today and hop over to Italy and talk about Atalanta Bergamasca Calcio. I nabbed their 2019-20 home kit. As you can see, their colors for the longest time have been vertical blue and black stripes. They take their name, as well as their nickname, La Dea, or the goddess, from Greek mythology, named after the athlete of the same name. Here are your key 3 things to know about Atalanta. Generally considered one of the most successful clubs outside of a regional capital in Italy. They've won the 1963 Coppa Italia, as well as making it to the semi-final of the 1988 Cup Winners' Cup, while they were playing in the second tier of Italian football. That's a very hard thing to do and about the best success a second-tier team has ever had in any European competition. La Dea have moved between Serie A and Serie B many times throughout their history, although they've consolidated into Serie A in the recent decade, as well as moving into contention for top 4, as well as into the Champions League quarterfinals in 2020. Atalanta have one of the most successful youth academies in all of Italy, having brought up talents like Frank Kessi, Riccardo Montalivo, Giacomo Bonaventura, Giampaolo Pazzini, Il Pazzo, the Madman, as well as Dejan Kulusevski, who you'll know if you're a Spurs fan, as well as many more. 2 other players to bring up from their past. Pippo Inzaghi won the Capocannoniere during his 1 season with La Dea. The all-time leading scorer is Cristiano Doni, although he unfortunately was part of the match-fixing scandals earlier this century in Italy. 3 players to check out on their current roster are Ruslan Malinovsky in the midfield, as well as 2 attackers, Josip Ilicic and Duvan Zapata. Atalanta's biggest rival is Brescia, also from Lombardy, and that rivalry is based a lot in territorial disputes going back centuries to the Middle Ages. They're also not a huge fan of many other clubs, such as rivalries against Lazio, Torino, Juventus, and many others, with a lot of their ultras having a very common phrase that translates a lot to, "We hate everybody." So that's your first look at Atalanta. I hope it's not your last, because they're coming into a very fine period in their history under manager Gianpiero Gasperini.